I'm CT. When I'm not podcasting, I'm out there in the real world. I mean, everybody has to work, right? My job is CS, customer service, solutions, relationships, and generating motivation to keep my team pumped up and connected to every guest who stops into that store, whether it's for a small thing or if they're going to fill that buggy full. We got to take care of them. That's what customer service is all about. This is C.T.C.S, episode number 7. We're closing early.
Here we go. Another big day. Back in CS. This is my first time back inside the store where we've cut back our hours 2 hours. Instead of closing at 11, we're going to be closing at 9 o'clock. The reasons why they're sharing it is because they say that because of the COVID hiring, that people don't want to come back to work. So we're closing early so that we can have strong teams, make the store look incredible. And then this way, when people show up at 6 o'clock in the morning, it looks fantastic. And you know me, it's all about image to me. And if that's what this is all about, then I'm all for it because, image, is what brings people back. Those eggs have got to look good. That meat's got to look good. That floor better look really good. But we're here in CS. Guest recipes. I love it when our guests come up with recipes and they're very proud and happy to share it with us. Tonight, the recipe is powdered cocoa, unsweetened, and you sprinkle it on top of fresh vanilla ice cream. And this guy was all giddy and everything like that to share the recipe with me. And he says, man, you're in control of the chocolate. You can have as much as you want. Our floral department, you can buy balloons. I mean, big, humongous balloons. We have Star Wars characters. We have gigantic Batmans and just huge. And what's really shocking, though, is that people still bring in their own balloons to have them blown up. And so not even 15 minutes ago, somebody comes in and says, I need happy birthday blown up. I'm thinking, it's just going to be one big sign or a big balloon. It was every single individual letter. And then you had to kind of sew them together. And then the total bill was $28. And they looked at me and they said, but I brought in my own balloon, but you're using our helium. But I brought in my own balloon, but you're using our helium. So it's like, oh no. It's like all of these balloons are blown up. And now the price at $28 is going to be that one thing that's going to be the deal breaker. Feels pretty odd seeing the regulars in here so early. I mean, the people that I usually see during the 10 o'clock hour are shopping during the 7 o'clock hour because they know we're going to be closed in 2 hours and they want to make sure they get everything in. So it's really interesting to see them with the sun still up, and you get kind of a little snarl from people. It's not my fault that we're closing at 9 o'clock. Really, it is to super serve you, to have a better store, a cleaner store, to make sure that we're COVID safe and things like that. And more importantly, then when we open, hopefully there will be a lot more people ready to rock and get on our team so that we can super serve everybody even more. Well, there's still honesty in the world. An older woman came up very, very shy, and says, I don't think she charged me for my milk, and she gave me her receipt. And she goes, please tell me she charged me for the milk. And I go, no, she did not. And she goes, I got to charge. I got to pay for it. I live a very honest life. So innocent. And you just want to just say, man, just take it. But you can't. But there's got to be a payoff somewhere for people that are that honest. And, what a bright, beautiful smile. And I'll carry that with me for the rest of the night. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. The doors are closed. And it's time to clean up. You whip out everything so that we can start making it look spick and span and stuff like that. Guests did not understand why we were closing at 9 o'clock. I'm going to have nightmares over the dirty looks I got. Changing somebody that fast, when you're used to everything coming in at 11 o'clock. And now it's 9. Doing a deep clean on the store like this, it teaches responsibility to any and every employee that not to take it for granted, especially in the break room where, people come in here to have their dinner, their lunch, their break. And if it looks like crap in here, you're not going back out on that floor in a great mood because you were in an uncomfortable situation. I mean, it's like when I produce commercials. If I go into producing a commercial and I'm in a bad mood, trust me, the listener is going to pick up on that bad mood. It's the tones and stuff. It's the same thing with a grocery store. That if your atmosphere of relaxing looks like junk, then your performance is going to be junk. Trying to teach somebody how to block requires a miracle. I mean, they don't get the idea of what blocking is, and no matter how many times you share with them that it's got to look square, it's got to look neat, it's got to be presentable. They look at you and say, okay, I got it. And you come back 10 minutes later, and no, they don't have it. I guess it's one of those things that you learn to master. And you can walk down an aisle at a grocery store and boom, you're going to notice something out of place instantly when you know how to block properly. And so, but to teach it to somebody, to get them to understand the reason why you're blocking is I swear to God, it's like a first grader trying to learn how to do the ABCs. I still get a little ticked off when I am walking down a lane and somebody has put Pepsi in the bread department. And it's like, really? I would never do that at your business. Why are you doing it here? And because I'm sure it's the attitude of, somebody will find it. Somebody will put it back. I have nothing to worry about. Not my job to do that. Well, it's our job to do that, to make sure that you don't find Pepsi in the bread department.
11 o'clock. Wow. That was kind of a big change in the CS department. Closing the doors 2 hours earlier. And then cleaning the place, man. Cleaning the place. What's so bizarre about this, and I think that it's such a culture shock for me, was that I actually had time to get stuff done, to really get in there and dig in there and get those little dust bunnies that people don't see because it's underneath the machine. But boy, I was called to the dust bunny today. It's like, I know you're in there. I know there's one in there somewhere. I'm going to find you, dust bunny. And I got 2 hours to do it. There you are, you little dust bunny. Yeah, come on, get out here. Fight me like a real dust bunny would. All right, the day's over. It's a good day in CS, I think. I think.